This is War Games, War Gamers, a look across the world of wargaming. Hand in hand with this regular video series is a weekly video chat that I host every Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is at https://uphere.in/bigboard. So this is a weekly video chat, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Free, open to all. You don't need anything but this link. You don't need a launcher, download, or anything like that. Next week's topic, so next Saturday's topic, we will be talking about timeless games. Games that qualify as timeless. What makes a game timeless for you? What are your timeless war games? Maybe we're talking about Squad Leader. Maybe we're talking about Star Force Alpha Centauri. Maybe we're talking about the Russian campaign, Panzer Blitz, Panzer Leader. Timeless games, what are they? What makes them timeless? And what sets them apart from other games? So the next War Games War Gamers video chat will be Saturday the 19th. There is the link again, https://uphere.in/bigboard. So I want to definitely focus here on the big board. A great website, picture heavy, a lot of interesting different stuff, wargaming related. And I want to take a closer look at something in particular here. So on the Big Board Gaming website, right now there's an ongoing series on TAC Air, the game TAC Air. And this is a great screenshot for what I'm going to be emphasizing here. So we're talking TAC Air, we're talking NATO versus Warsaw Pact, World War III gone hot. But there's something very particular about this, very, very particular. So this ground, as you see on the map here in the background, underneath all these pieces, with silhouettes of tanks and BMPs and Hind helicopters, the ground underneath, showing the West German, the former West German, East German border, this ground right here is the area just east and northeast of where I was stationed in Germany. So the tiny, and I mean tiny, village that I lived in is, I think, at the very edge of the map, the top of the screen, as you see here. And my wife is from a tiny village in the hex V7, which is in the bottom center right of the screen. But anyways, and there's a city just off the screen here to the bottom, which is Coburg, which is where I met my wife. So the road net that goes straight up from bottom to the top of the screen, going right underneath, looks like some T-72 tanks probably. So anyways, this road is the road that I drove on so many times. So anyways, the point is that this is what makes war games distinct. This is one of the things that makes war games so distinct. This is not chess. This is not, Settlers of Catan. I can appreciate the strategies involved in a game like Settlers of Catan, but still a game. I mean, war games are games, no doubt about it, but they're more than games. So when you have this type of personal connection to a war game, which is possible, you can't have that. You can't have that in Settlers of Catan. You can't have that in chess. You can have that in war games. It's always in principle possible. That's what makes war games distinct. And so it's just a great example, a game, a personal connection. It's featured so prominently on this great website, Big Board Gaming, with lots of pictures, videos, and text. So Big Board Gaming, definitely the focus here. I don't own TAC Air yet. I guess I should get it. But definitely watch the videos. See some of the game in action. So War Games Research Group, WRG, is undoubtedly a landmark in history, certainly of miniatures wargaming, but even wargaming more broadly speaking. And so at this website, www.wrg.me.uk/history/WRGHTML.html. At this website, you can read not only a history of WRG, but there's more. So you can read history of the WRG. You can see how different rule sets in edition, how they came together over time. And then, so this is on the right there, there's the modern land warfare rule set, 1925 to 1950. And then with these hyperlinks, you can go to some of these actual rule sets in their entirety. So here's Infantry Action 1925 to 1975. So through that link, you can get the entire rule set in PDF, download it, and you're off and running. If for no other reason, then if you're interested in taking a look at this kind of old school miniatures rule set, freely available. And I will say, from my own scanning of these rule sets, there are some interesting mechanics that, while I'm sure they were commonplace way back when, they will seem new and fresh to some gamers today. I guess I'll just put it that way. But here they are, fully available, freely available. Full complete rule set. There we go. Target location table. Small arms, fire effect points. And then with the next link in that history page, you can see the armor and infantry rule set. And not only can you get this entire rule set to play battles for this setting, you can also see the evolution of some of the rule sets, some of the rules, mechanics. So here you have complete company level actions, infantry and armor together. Again, complete rule set. Can be up and running with, I guess, with cardboard cutouts and dice. There's nothing stopping, especially newer gamers. Obviously, I'm talking to newer gamers. Older gamers aren't gonna, are not my target audience here, obviously. But for newer gamers like me, complete rule set available. So you can find out what it was all about in these earlier stages of the evolution of game design. So I would be completely remiss if I did not mention this absolutely excellent series, Metal on Metal, all about the basics of playing tactical combat series. I used it early on, and it's just a nice production value, and so easy to listen to, so easy to get the information out of. You can put it on, play it in the background as you're, getting your feet wet with TCS, after you put out a map, prep some counters, and you're starting to push things around, put this on the background, and just a great great tool. And what's really nice is that it's a nice reference to go back to kind of quickly refresh yourself again on the basics of TCS. So this is Metal on Metal series.
TCS Honcho, a new installment of Metal on Metal TCS Talk. This is going to be the beginning of a series of videos that will introduce you to the TCS. Target audience is intended to be people who are new to the TCS, want to find out about it, and who don't have the patience to plow through the 30-some-odd page rulebook all on their own. And I sort of feel your pain there. I'm at the point in my gaming career where I don't have the patience to sit down and read big rule systems. I would rather have someone explain it to me.
So Metal on Metal is a series. It goes through the rules in different useful blocks, like the op sheets, spotting and line of sight, fire combat, artillery, and so forth. So if you have any interest in TCS, and especially if you're at that point where you want to get your feet wet, you want to try it out, definitely go to Metal on Metal, the Metal on Metal series for TCS. So I think I've mentioned the miniatures page before. Might as well show it. This is the miniatures page. I'm not primarily a miniatures wargamer, though I will play miniatures war games. That aside, I've still found over the last few years a lot of interesting stuff over here nonetheless. So I have read up on Flames of War, I've read up on Command Decision, and I've read up on Black Powder. Those would be like 3 good examples of games that I haven't even played yet, but obviously I have had an interest in reading up on them, and I found a lot of material over here to follow with kind of, well, you definitely have mainstream rule sets over here, but you also have some, I don't know, not mainstream rule sets as well. TheMiniaturesPage.com. So for me, under the zones of interest, I am usually in the going through the in general section, sometimes the historical section, but going into the in general section. So under the in general section, on the left hand side of the screen, under Hobby News, Showcase, Profiles, Workbench, then you'll see Message Boards. When you go to Message Boards, you'll see a list of these boards, and I am usually in Game Design, right here. So there have been some pretty interesting discussions over the years that I have taken a look at. There are definitely a lot of repeat posters, but that's not uncommon, right? So that's been this week's look across the world of wargaming. Again, a reminder, every Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a free and open wargaming video chat. Next week's topic will be timeless games. So definitely, I should point out I'm very interested in this topic, very interested in hearing from experienced gamers, because I have not been doing this long enough to even have a single timeless game. So I definitely like to hear about games that have already hit this mark with others. Yeah, so timeless games next week on our weekly video chat.